Well, son of a bitch.
What is it, Barry?
It's one smart virus. What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
And this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This.
The music.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the second week of WWE month.
Yes.
You know, it's still hard for me to say that. It's been like almost 20 years since they changed the name.
Right. And this is technically WWF.
That's right.
This one.
One of the more, I would say Roddy Piper was one of the more famous actors. I mean, I know there's Hulk Hogan.
Right.
But Roddy Piper just seemed to have more range.
He did, yeah. Hulk just played like, I'm Hulk as a nanny, and I'm Hulk as a arm wrestler. And
wait, was he in the Sylvester Stallone movie as an arm wrestler?
No, he
that's
wasn't.
over the top, right?
Yeah, it was, yeah. That was a huge thing. So that movie came out, and I was in 7th grade.
Oh.
And my 7th grade world history teacher, Mrs. Walker, I don't know her first name, she was in the movie.
Whoa, Mrs. Walker was in.
She was one of the reporters that asked a question, one full line, and it was like this buzz that went through the school. Like, as far as I knew, because of that and the amount of hype around, because she was in it,
Yeah.
this was like the Golden Globe winner of the year. Like, this was the movie that was going to win Academy Awards. There was nobody at that school who didn't see it.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is definitely the biggest movie of the year. And then way later on, I was like, oh, that movie flopped? But everybody saw it. At least everybody I knew.
Right. No, yeah, I remember I in my high school, I had a teacher who I think went on Wheel of Fortune and won.
Okay.
I was like, oh man, that was like the buzz for the school for the whole year. Like, oh yeah, the Wheel of Fortune teachers.
Yep. And then right after that movie, then the bad guy from the movie, he came to town and he did challenge arm wrestling against professional baseball players. And it was like it was like an arm wrestling competition against professional baseball players. And so my buddy and I went because we wanted to get our baseball cards signed by the baseball players. But I was way more into the
wrestler,
to the actor guy, because that movie was huge in my head.
You know, hey, we immortalize movies in our head, right?
Right?
That movie, you know, we think always things like, oh, that movie, that's totally an Academy Award winning movie right there.
Right. And I don't eat tomatoes, and my dad swears it's because he showed me Attack of the Killer Tomatoes too young, and it terrified me and traumatized me.
Yeah, well, see, but that's not true though, because you still eat tomatoes in different forms.
It can't be chunky though.
You can't be chunky, right? But you eat pizza.
That's true.
Do you have ketchup?
I do.
See, it's just it's the same with guacamole for me. Some textures you just don't like.
Okay, fair enough.
But for this 1996 movie, I don't know if anyone is going to think this is an Academy Award-winning movie in their mind.
This probably didn't win any awards. And after watching it, I'm like, I have no idea how they came up with the title of the movie, because it doesn't really fit this movie.
Yeah. But before we get to telling you what the movie is about, or what the movie even is.
We're 12 minutes in. We haven't even told you what the movie's at.
Let's go ahead and do Barry Does a Trailer segment. Unfortunately, I was a little bit busy today, so I didn't get to write it down, but I think I have it. Right? In 2009 post-apocalyptic Boston?
Yep.
A space STD is running rampant across the city. And who else better to solve it than Roddy, leave your wife at home Piper? Is a ex-cop Black Shield cop trying to chase around his former partner, played by always the bad guy Billy Drago. Who will catch who? Will Piper get to pipe the scientist lady? We'll find out in 1996's Sci-Fighters. You know, when you see Roddy Piper nowadays, he kind of looks like a really nice dude.
Yes.
He looks like that he looked like he'd be like a really cool science teacher. I don't know if that's just like his look nowadays, but yeah.
Well, unfortunately, he is no longer around.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But
and I just Googled Roddy Piper 2021. Oh, when did he pass away?
maybe
2015.
Maybe I was gonna say maybe about 8 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Then.
Or you know what? He looked like he would have been a really cool bar owner for a trucker spot. And he was like, "You guys don't want to mess with the owner. He gets rowdy."
Still wearing the kilt.
You better watch your wife, because he'll pipe her. I do remember, because it's funny when we talk about like WWF and stuff. Colby was older when it got around,
right?
To the Undertaker era. Mm-hmm. Like, I definitely don't remember the Jerry the King Lawler or the Andy Kaufman era.
Okay, right. Yeah, that was even a little before me, but yeah.
But I do have a photo of me eating a McDonald's hotcakes, watching when the mat was still blue. Right? Watching Hulk Hogan go against one of the best wrestlers in history, the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, yes.
I think for me, the Ultimate Warrior he had just so much energy that you couldn't help like him, especially when I was a kid. I was like 4 or 5,
right,
eating this in my underwear. But Roddy Piper was still wrestling during that time with like Jake the Snake.
Yep.
And God, who's that one big fellow with the mask, the red mask all over his face?
Kane?
No, not Kane. He was like, he had like the butterbean body. His like outfit was like black and red, and he had like a leather mask that kind of looked like Mankind's mask from before. Kind of like not Bubba Ray, but you know, the guy with the the flaming wheels or the flame suits.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, it's funny because when I think about WWF before, like what it is now, especially, like a lot of the finishing moves are just like regular moves now. Like Jake the Snake's move was the DDT.
Yes. Right. And it was like only he did the DDT, and they were going to ban it because it was so dangerous. Now it's like people are throwing it out there just like left and right.
And then when he was like sort of like on the verge of losing, he would throw out the snake.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Like the one I identified with the most because he was Asian was Yokozuna.
Is he the one that always spit the green stuff?
No. He was like the big sumo guy.
Oh,
Yokozuna.
Yes.
Oh man, yeah.
And then Rashiki was like
the new Yokozuna.
The new but I think they were actually related.
I think so. He was probably just Hawaiian, and you're like, oh, you're big. You can be a sumo. I mean, a lot of the best sumos are like Hawaiian too. So, but Roddy Piper was around that era where it was like the mat was still blue.
Yep.
And he would go up against characters like Jake the Snake,
Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Who'd always come out with the 2x4.
Was he the one that also he would always like touch his head and like move his head all over like he was special? I think that was his character.
Yep.
There was definitely a lot of funny characters back then, like Ric Flair and all that stuff. But Roddy Piper, he made the transition when he became an actor. He kind of just stuck being an actor. He stopped wrestling, right?
I kind of like The Rock, where like once a year he'll pop up and like do a SummerSlam or something. It'd just be like John Cena's talking too much, and all of a sudden like Rock will show up and like slam him and then just disappear for another year.
Oh, well, that's all Vince McMahon could afford, you know.
It could be.
He's too famous now. He's like,
right.
Rock, here's like $1 million for a rock bottom.
You know what? It may be actually kind of the helping hands thing where it was like, hey, Rock, our ratings are down. You want to make an appearance? Because remember how much I helped you at the beginning?
Oh, yeah.
Could be something like that.
But Roddy Piper made the transition pretty smoothly, though, because he's a decent like actor.
Yeah, I'm like he was in some silly things like Hell Comes to Frogtown. Which was very entertaining. That was almost tonight's movie.
Oh yeah, we did that for Bad Movie Night.
Yeah,
day, right?
yeah, and then They Live, which ended up being like
that's like his,
really B classic movie.
That's his magnum opus.
It is.
But I'm surprised that this doesn't get enough talks.
It should get more.
Yeah, because I mean, opposite of Roddy Piper, we have Billy Drago, who is just a classic bad guy.
Right, like I always think of him as he's the one who he's the one who shot Sean Connery in Untouchables when they were the
Untouchables. Yeah, he's opposite of one of the god tier action stars, Chuck Norris.
Yeah, actually, I think he's in a couple Chuck Norris movies. He's in The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, yeah,
and he's got like that face that it works. Like he's
it
always
works for him.
It's horrible to say. He's always a bad guy because if you were walking down the street and you saw him, you'd be like, kids, walk on the inside of the sidewalk. Don't walk out there where he's at.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna hold on to my wallet.
Yeah, because definitely, like, if you saw him and you like saw him with a whole bunch of like big buff dudes, he would be the one you were the most scared of.
Yes.
Because because he looks like he would he was in a movie with Paulie.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he just has that look to him where it's very. What would you call it? He looks very unpredictable.
Yeah,
crazy.
That's probably a good way to put it.
Yeah, and with a classic name like bad guy name like Drago.
Yeah,
like he definitely has the crypt keeper running for his money for old creepy Russian looking bad guy dude.
Right. Oh yeah, because he could and he could play like Possessed. He could play drug smuggler.
Yeah.
Like
mafia.
A whole range of bad guys.
Which I don't know if it's like a bad thing to say about somebody, but when you got the face, you just run with it.
Right.
You're never gonna stop getting work because everyone's gonna be like, I need a creepy old bad guy for this role or for this serial killer.
Yep.
And I feel like every 9 out of 10 times he's gonna come ready and not phoning it in. He's gonna act his hard. The 10th time is just like, man,
yeah,
I'm just really tired.
You look at his face and he's not like, oh, he's gonna be the love interest in this movie. No, he's gonna be the creepy ex-boyfriend that won't leave you alone.
Oh. But then I have a soft spot for guys like this because I was like, man, I really just want you to be a good guy one time.
Throw everybody off.
Yeah, like everyone's gonna think he's the killer, but he's the one that's been keeping all the kids safe.
Yeah.
I just I just have a soft spot for those. But yeah, let's talk about Sci-Fighters. Sci-Fighters from 1996. The movie is around an hour and 28 minutes without the credits.
Yeah, pretty quick, pretty quick watch.
Almost a full moon like in time.
Yeah. In that like mid 90s, they were really pumping out the $130 movies. There was nothing that was 2 hours. I mean, like, you got to like Titanic and people were like, holy crap, this movie's long.
How long was that to make? Like 3 hours?
No, it's only like 2 hours and like 10 minutes.
Okay, I just
But
remember
it's-
because I had to have 2 VHSs.
But like, right.
One was way more worn out than the other.
Because I don't know, like movie theaters were like, hey, if you make these all an hour 30, we can get like 2 extra showings in a day.
Yeah.
And so we can really, and then it wasn't until like, you have the Titanic, which was long, but then it wasn't really till like Harry Potter started being like 2 hours. Lord of the Rings were like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And it was kind of, that was when they started pushing that over 2 hour. 2 hour kind of became the mark.
Yeah. Listen, the only thing I wish, right, for any of these movies that are like 2 hour, like 2:10, clocking into 2:30, I need an intermission. I need a solid 10-minute intermission where everyone could go use the restroom,
Refill your popcorn, whatever.
refill the popcorn, anything. I feel like we should start, applying these to movies longer than 2:10, because man, by the time you get to like the last 10 minutes, you're crossing your legs and you're like holding it because you don't
Right.
want to like miss the end.
Right. There we go. Tubi. You were pretty kind with the commercials, but instead of giving us on the 2.5 hour movies, instead of giving us 3 commercial breaks, 1 commercial break right in the middle, give us all like 6 commercials at that time.
Oh man, but yeah, this movie it starts off with, I believe, on the moon, in a prison in the moon.
Yes.
And God,
Lunar Prison 4.
Yeah, I don't really remember how Drago gets the disease.
So
I feel like you're gonna remember this movie a lot more than me.
Yep. So it's this fantastic opening fight scene with Drago. It starts to smoke.
Yeah.
And the other guy just takes a cigarette out of his pack without even asking.
Oh.
The guy with all the bumps and stuff on his face. And then they get into like a belt sander fight. I don't know, like a spark making machine fight.
Yeah.
They look like saws, but they could be polishers, but whatever. They throw like 80s heavy metal band amount of sparks.
It looks like a goddamn Guns N' Roses music video in there.
Yeah. So then, Drago wins, cuts the guy in half, and when he cuts, he cuts the guy's stomach open, all this like greenish clear liquid comes gooing out.
Yeah, and then he gets it in his mouth or something.
No, he rolls like this big dumpster thing on top of him so he can't move. And even though you think he's dead, he's still fidgeting a little bit. And then he cuts his arm and he pops the zit on the guy's face.
Yeah.
And when that happens, a little like tentacle reaches out to where he has cut his arm, where he has purposely cut his arm.
Yeah.
And he screams and goes into like convulsions. And next thing you know is the doctor gives him like paddle shocks, but like 18 of them in a row. It's like clear, 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 like just
give up. Like after the 4th or 5th would just give up, dude.
Right. It was like 18 of them.
They had to pad the time.
And then then they pack up the body, get ready to take it back to Earth because you obviously can't bury a body on the moon.
Just throw it in space.
You could do that. And as they do, they kind of give you this like little weird backstory of the planet, and there's like massive volcano, and
it's a perpetual night.
Yes, the dust has blocked out the sun.
That's how the dinosaurs died.
And so it's been like,
it's like what I think when we get to Earth, it's 87, the 87th night or something like that. Yeah, and then we're in a very winter Boston.
Right, because it snows all the time because it's so cold because there's no sun.
Yeah, and we get introduced to Roddy Piper, who is getting ready for a drug deal or some sort of deal that he's making with this Chris Tucker character.
Yes.
And this is where we learn that he's Well, we don't learn that he's a cop yet. Or he's not a cop. He's a Black Shield,
Right.
which is like an ex-cop.
So it is, you are such a good cop that they give you this special badge so you get to pick which cases you want to work because you are so good and so dedicated. You are always going to pick the best cases.
Oh no. It was like, oh, that's a traffic ticket. I'll take that one. Oh yeah, and then during that time we do get a clip of Billy Drago coming out of his body bag, very Jason-like.
Yep.
And he automatically goes to sexually assault a woman.
Right.
This is. I was like, what?
Later on, you find that that was kind of his thing. When he was, that's why he went to prison, because he was kind of into the forcing himself on the ladies.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of those ladies was Roddy Piper's wife. Ooh, which was rough, right? Because while this is all going down, Roddy Piper loses his collar because he gets a surprise attack, I believe. Right? They kind of catch him off guard, and then they take him down. And so he goes back to the station to report to the captain. While that's happening, the victim is there trying to identify this assailant.
Right, in a very cool futuristic machine that I feel like could possibly be real in our future.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, we're 11 years. We're like, what does it say? I want to say like 11 years behind because this is supposed to be 2009.
Right. Yes.
In this perpetual night of
Yeah.
Earth. But yeah, it's picking up her microaggressions to really react to what she sees. Therefore, like, she can put a face together.
Right. Yeah, because they're like speed flipping through like eyes and mouths and nose, and the computer is reading her facial expressions off of these and actually puts together a face that is 95% correct.
Right, which ends up being Ryan Dunn, which is Billy Drago's character.
Yep.
In here, and so the victim goes after she identifies a person. She goes into some sort of shock.
Right. Yep.
Which makes her go to the hospital, and when they're at the hospital, Roddy Piper is trying to get this case from the captain, but he's like, "No, this is my case." And then he's like, "All right, well, you handle the sexual assault. I'll look for the
Right, because at this point the captain's like, "No, you're crazy." Even though the picture that she put together on her sketch looks like Drago, we know that Drago died on the moon just a week ago, so it can't be. And you are just going crazy. So I don't even want you close to this case, you psychopath.
Wacko, right? You have PTSD.
Yeah.
But you know, Roddy Piper is gonna do whatever he wants to do because he's the Black Shield.
Oh yeah.
And so he goes to the hospital, checks it out. But one of the doctors there calls for an expert, which is Dr. Goldman.
Right.
Or what does he call her? Kirby?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so she takes over that case. Roddy Piper is over there trying to see what's going on, and we get a funny exchange here where she's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Don't worry about me. I'm just here trying to look at the victim." Doesn't answer any of her questions.
Right. So then she refuses to answer any of his, and it's just like the weird exchange, yeah.
And then later on, they go on a date somehow. Like, I don't know. Like, I look away I look away for 5 seconds.
Right. So he leaves, and then they move the girl from like the hospital to like the CDC clinic.
Yeah.
And at that point, he goes back and he sees the doctor, and he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry. We kind of got off on the wrong foot. I didn't mean to be a douche. I just wanted, this is part of my case, and I wanted to be." And she's like, "Well, I really can't talk about it." And he's like, "I will buy you bad sushi." And she's like, "Okay, we can talk if you buy me bad sushi."
Yeah. Very Chad-like. Roddy Piper is pretty much Chad base form. He's what every Chad has based their game on.
Yeah.
He's like, let me play down this date. That way, if the date is kind of shitty, well, I already told her up front it was going to be shitty food.
Right, yep.
Yeah, and so... Yeah, Kobe, I think you're going to really have to go through this because I just remember specific parts of like what happened, like how the story progresses. I don't, and if you're fine with that, I can go through that. Or did you want to go in more detail?
We'll keep going, and I'll kind of fill in as we're moving along here.
And so, yeah. Once the victim gets to the CDC, we find out that she was actually supposed to apply for one of the positions there, and this is where we meet her instructor.
Right, yeah, the professor who taught her.
Yeah, and he's just like, I don't know what this is at all, but the victim is constantly leaking out methane gas.
Yes.
And so we're still pretty left in the dark, right? But as they're still trying to figure everything out, a outbreak happens with the victim where she starts to spasm, and in very Ridley Scott fashion,
right,
aliens explode out of her.
They're like little brains with tentacles.
They kind of look like baby octopuses, and I was like, that's good calamari right there.
Right, yeah, it's a little stomach squid explosion. Like if this was the girl who was just eating bad sushi, I would be like, oh, yeah, they definitely didn't cook that.
Yeah, and then unfortunately, the professor gets hit in the face with it, and he automatically becomes infected.
Yep.
It didn't have to get anywhere. It just had to get on his eye.
Yeah, it was like direct to fluidy eye, I guess. Yeah. Like that's
very cross-like infection.
Yes, yeah.
But all while this is happening, Drago is still on a rampage. He is sexually assaulting people left and right.
all in the dark. Like there's. It's for people who are cringy on like rape scenes. They don't actually.
Yeah, they don't show it.
Anything like
it's
that.
Just implied.
Yeah.
You know, he's still a monster though, right? Because on one point he's at this hostel-like area, and a prostitute is about to engage in coitus, or
yes.
But then he kills the John and accidentally snaps the neck of the girl, so he wasn't able to transmit this space disease.
Because they don't really show, but like they definitely give you the impression that this space VD, has given him super strength. Yeah, he is very strong. And then he steals from the first girl he kills a switchblade dildo. It is a big
register that.
It's a big gold penis that has a switchblade inside, and you squeeze it, and the switchblade, or like the stiletto knife, comes out.
I don't know if you want that in your vagina. Like I just feel like if you're really good at kegels,
but I feel like as the prostitute, that's the way to hide your knife, and you're like, oh, this guy is being, a little extra. Gosh. Let me go ahead and stink. Oh, now you're bleeding from the anus.
Oh my god. So what's it called? Kirby comes back to the hospital. So does Roddy Piper after he's done some surveillance.
Yep,
trying to find Ryan Dunn or Billy Drago,
and he finds the hotel that he thinks Billy Drago is by triangulating the victims.
Yeah,
and in the hotel room he finds a chunk of a bloody fingernail.
Was it a fingernail?
It was supposed to be a fingernail.
Okay. Yeah, it's they all come back to the CDC. Kirby talks to the professor, and he's like, well, this is every microbiologist's dream, is to become their work. Unfortunately, I might die.
Yeah.
And she's obviously heartbroken. That's the person who taught her. Roddy Piper finds out that yes, the bloody nail is a confirmed match for Ryan Dunn.
Right.
And so he is actively trying to find him out on the streets. He employs the budget Chris Tucker to really pinpoint him down. One of the Chris Tucker's kids, I guess. Is able to spot him after a girl that he had brought back to the apartment wanders downstairs. There is a strange interaction where the girl comes down all discombobulated, and he he puts one of her shirt shoulder things over. She tries to undress her. It's a very weird interaction in the alleyway, but he hides as soon as Billy Drago comes back. We also see that one of the other girls that got not assaulted. The professor, he knows his time is running low.
Yep.
And blows himself up.
Yeah, basically firebombs the room so that it'll kill all the alien, because he hypothesizes that it's an alien because it's a virus they've never seen before, and it grows into these like little squid-like creatures. Yes, so he's gross. Like, since I'm the only person that I know that is infected, and I'm going to die to this disease, I'm going to just go ahead and firebomb this room and completely eliminate, this source.
This threat. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say, and at this time, that's when Roddy's like, hey, you want to come back to my place?
Yes. Did they have sex? And I just looked away for a second and they were done.
Did not. She had like schmutz on her shirt. Like, I think it's from when they were in the doctors with the doctor and stuff. That she had stuff on her shirt. So he was like, here, change into my stuff, my shirt, so that and I'll throw your stuff in the laundry. And then that's when they kind of have their like little moment of like him breaking down and letting her know that he used to be married, and it was to my partner's ex, and then he was always like really weird about it, and it turns out that her ex was Drago. And then one time when I went to work, I left her alone, and then Drago showed up here and raped her and killed her, and that's why she went to. That's when we found out that he was like the serial rapist and sent him to the moon to be imprisoned.
See, I totally missed a lot of that because I rewound it just in case I missed boobs.
It was if this was 86, this would have definitely been boob time.
Oh yeah.
By 96, they were like, hey, we're making these movies shorter. We don't have time for all this kind of boob action.
You get to see the top of a butt, but then it's just like, that's not the top of the butt you want to see. Because, she was, like, at that point dead.
Right, yeah.
Oh, man. But, yeah, so this is where he, after that, all that happens, after he blows himself up and all that stuff, Billy Drago is now on the move for Kirby.
Right.
Because she resembles his ex-girlfriend.
Right, and he can see that Piper is into her, so it's like...
Yeah, because after Roddy Piper's Chris Tucker pinpoints him down, they have a shootout in this building, but Roddy Piper has said, I have fired more bullets into him than a cop has ever shot in his whole career.
Right, and actually Drago actually saves Piper... From the
shootout.
The shootout.
With the Chris Tucker thugs.
Yeah, so that he can like, basically be like, I'm going to, hit up your new woman while you're alive, and I'm not going to kill you till after I do.
I was like, geez, Billy Drago, the king of petty.
Yep.
Oh, man. Because, he shoots him again, but before he could really take care of business, the cops come and apprehend Roddy Piper, and he's like, Black Shield.
Yeah, and they basically, from across the parking lot, they see him shoot an unarmed man. So they're like, you can't be a cop, you just shot somebody. And so then there's like...
Yeah, and then they get confirmation from the captain that he is. So, what's it called? Billy Drago gets taken to the hospital when he was supposed to go to the CDC.
Right.
And so Billy Drago is able to revive himself once again and break out of the hospital after almost sexually assaulting Herbie.
Yes.
And so this is where it kind of gets a little blurry for me, because after that, all I remember is them going into another... Is it the CDC building?
Yes.
And Billy Drago is in a elevator and he is about to again sexually assault Kirby.
Yep. Because now he's definitely on the prowl. He's stalking her.
Yeah, like a lot of this movie becomes a blur to
and
me.
Roddy Piper's a little bit behind because he's like, I got to go back because regular bullets don't hurt him, so I got to go get some high powered munitions.
And so, what's it called? Kirby kind of breaks away from him to the point where, and then, what's it called? Billy Drago starts to go up. I don't know why bad guys always end up going up. Like, I would go more underground so I don't fall.
Right.
Bad
Makes
guys
sense.
always fall.
Yeah.
Snape fell at the end of Die Hard. Right?
Yep.
Also, what's it called? Oh my gosh, the one with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. Lethal Weapon 2, I believe, right? Someone falls from the hotel, right? But yeah, so Billy Drago is actually kicking Roddy Piper's butt throughout their whole fight.
Right, yeah.
And it is only until Kirby comes with this sweet mini lightsaber that she is able to kill Billy Drago. Very much like Sigourney Weaver did in Alien.
Yes. Yep.
Billy Drago, of course, is filled with methane. And he blows up and falls.
Yeah.
And explodes on the bottom.
Yes. Yep.
This is, I'm trying to really rush it because we're coming up to our 40-minute mark and we want to have some time to talk about the rest of the movie. But this is pretty much the main plot of the movie is an ex-cop gets harassed by his, a Black Shield cop gets harassed by his ex-cop partner / serial rapist. And he is trying to spread a alien disease that the professor believes that the alien is trying to terraform Mars or Earth.
Yeah.
To become their new host planet, and they live on methane gas.
Yes.
And they're able to stop Billy Drago from spreading it more.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was pretty gross though, because when we got towards the end of the movie and he really starts to bubble, I was like, all right, guys. Before we get into more of the scenes that we want to talk about specifically, let's go to our other segment: high star, low star. Kobe, what do you want to do today? The high star or the low star?
We'll go with high star.
Okay.
I'm not sure there's any 5 stars.
Nope. All right, you got that one.
So we're gonna go with Metal Rob with his 3-star, 3 out of 5, not 3 out of 10. Excellent B-movie sci-fi. Great sci-fi B-movie with lots of atmosphere and a great look about it. Very much in the Blade Runner on a budget vein in terms of style. The outdoor atmosphere has kind of a yellow, dusty glow about it. It is very cool. Roddy is great as the hard-nosed sci-fi cop a la Harrison Ford. Loved it.
And this is a review from 2013. I wonder if we asked him now what would he rate this movie. And wow, we have one from 2006 from South Beach Diet. I wonder if that's the actual company. Like someone just watched this on company time. We have 1 star. Low budget is not at fault. This is simply a movie with an illogical premise, a poor story, weak acting, and predictability at every turn. Yes, it's a low budget flick that features actors who are not big names in Hollywood. Well, not to you, maybe.
Right?
But the problem is the writing, parentheses, flunk, the special effects, parentheses, and the lack of any characters to really care about. Oh, the lead actress is hot. Not hot enough that one would care if she lives or dies. Looks alone do not make you a good actress. Wow, did he really have it up for this actress?
Right?
Had this been a big budget picture, then it would have been a bad movie with well-known actors and cool special effects. Nothing could save this one from being lousy. They made the Titanic of all films, and down she went. Use your money wisely. Buy some other low-budget bad film. I think it was a lot more harsher on the actors.
That was pretty harsh, yeah. I really feel like this was Roddy Piper's best acting that I've seen him do. Like,
Oh yeah,
Like
with the
he-
most emotion.
right. Yeah, he
some
like
reason.
legitimately plays this part well. I almost wanted him to be a little more over the top and be like a little more like lose his temper, go like all Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
And he didn't really, but that was okay. Like, you know, it's just one of those things. Like that's what you expect from this kind of movie. But
Oh, yeah.
I was certainly surprised with how well he played this as like a straight man. Like it.
Yeah, I think he did it perfectly fine. Like, if Roddy Piper had acted like this, I could definitely see him on any procedural show, like Law and Order.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he would have played like Law and Order Boston.
Yep.
But you know, no one wanted to watch a Law and Order based in Boston. Those hard R's. Park, car, all wicked. I don't know. Just think about Goodwill Hunting, but with way harsher things. And I feel like he would have really killed that though. Like if it was Roddy Piper headlining Law and Order Boston,
Yeah.
I might have watched it. But yeah, he definitely Roddy Piper. Obviously, you know, a lot of his acting comes from, you know, wrestling.
Right.
You know, he was very brash. He was the Omega Chad of
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
wrestling, and yeah, he doesn't do that in this one as much. I mean, there's moments where a little bit of it comes out, but it's in the right moments in the film.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, and you know, Billy Drago always kills it as a bad guy. I don't think I've ever seen him
Right.
phone it in as a bad guy.
Yeah.
You know, and
It's
like,
the role it was made for.
which I'm really sad. I want him to be a good guy. I don't know how old he is now, but you know, maybe now he could play like a grandpa that you think is evil, but is not. Is he? Oh no, he died. I'm sorry. Oh, Billy. You know, now I'm even more sad because he never got the chance to play a good guy. Or maybe, you know, it'd be funny if there was
You know what?
one.
Yeah, right. I haven't seen all of his movies. We'll have to go through his little IMDb and see.
Oh, see, look, he was casted as a villain in a Clint Eastwood movie. That's how you know Billy Drago was legit a dude, man. Yeah, and I don't think.
Oh yeah, cause he could play like the dirty cowboy as well.
Yeah. Oh, see, I feel like maybe in his younger years he was able to play a good guy. Oh, that's his kid. His kid looks a lot like him.
It does, yeah.
Man, I wonder if he's a bad guy too. No, I think he is. I think because of the mom, his features are a little bit softer, but it's there. It's in there. But yeah, Billy Drago killed it. Super creepy. I didn't understand him half of the movie. and I was, you know, I'm gonna attribute that to him kind of doing the sugar water from Men in Black.
You're right. Yes, he did like this mumbly thing that I don't feel was English.
Unless he was talking to Kirby. He was like, "Come on, Kirby.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me just get on top of you." But yeah, and then the effects that they had on him, the practical effects, the makeup,
Yeah.
super gross.
Yes.
And that's what made me like this even more. As far as story wise, for me, it was kind of very bland.
Yeah.
Or it's a lot of movies in one.
Right. They tried to, they were like, here's our top 5 favorite movies that have come out in the last 5 years. Let's put a little bit of each one of them into this.
Because we have a little bit of, just a cop procedure in there.
Right.
We have a little bit of Seven.
Yep.
A little bit of Alien in there.
Yeah, it's like a sexually transmitted virus, so a little bit of Species.
Yeah, Species. A little bit of Blade Runner.
Yeah.
And I think that's why there were times in this movie as I was watching it, I would check my phone, which I never usually do when I watch a movie. I usually try to pay attention,
Right.
to get every point of it. But because this movie kind of felt like a bunch of movies I've already seen, I kind of checked out for like a minute or two, and that's why there's parts in this movie where I would miss things, and you know I feel bad saying that as one of the hosts of this show, but
And there was a lot of things that like the Earth being dark at night, or like having like this perpetual darkness, it played no part. Like, I don't know.
Well, like there's a part where when they get to the hospital after Drago gets admitted there, that the building says it turns on. He's like, it is now daytime,
right?
And it will turn on the lights. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, give me some of that.
But like they needed to just like make reference on how like but there was more methane in the air because of, I don't know, because it was dark or because of the volcano. You know, something that like
played into
tied
the movie.
in. It just was like a strange, like, why would you even mention that? It's like this weird.
Well, I guess maybe like they're like, oh, and the only reason that the aliens are here that they could thrive is because there's no sunlight,
right?
But they didn't say that.
Yeah, and they didn't explain at all how the first guy got infected, how Drago knew that he could steal the alien from the first guy if he killed him, and then use it to get back
Drago
to Earth.
Know?
He did.
Oh, I thought like when I saw that, I was like, oh, I guess that's his thing, right? Like when he kills, he cuts himself. Like that's his MO. He's like, oh, there's always a bloody spork. He uses a spork to cut himself. Like one of the most inefficient cutting tools. A spork. You know, he got it from the commissary. Yeah, that was weird. Maybe, yeah, there's a lot of things that aren't explained, so we're kind of left in the dark with a lot of that. But this movie was definitely fun to watch.
I mean, left questions for the sequel.
Sci-Fighters 2. It's takeout time. I don't know if they could do a sequel for this movie. I don't think it did too well.
Probably not well enough
to warrant a sequel. And you know, I bet you there's a lot of like unreasonable demands. Like Roddy Piper's like, no, we gotta see some boobs. At least I would have been like, no, if we're gonna do a sequel, we gotta have boobs in it this time. Kobe, what did you think about the practical effects in here?
Good. I mean, for the budget that they had, I thought everything was well done. Like the last fight scene, I wanted a little bit more out of it because
a little more body horror.
Because Roddy Piper, he's like he can do the wrestling. Like, I mean, he can really do the moves,
action, right?
And it was a little lackluster, that last fight scene.
Yeah.
But besides that, like I you know, the story ran well. It wasn't boring. It you said there was parts where it was like you felt like you were watching
or like a badly done movie,
a different movie
of another movie.
right. But yeah, like the two main, like the actress wasn't great. She, like you said, she was hot, but she wasn't fantastic actress. But I like I said, Roddy, I thought did his peak performance in this, and Drago always good, and that's really all that matters. He's got the top two, and
right. Yeah, I did like the sub story of like Roddy Piper's wife being murdered by his ex-partner.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that really brought a lot of more emotional weight to the film, where you kind of cared how Roddy Piper felt about this case.
Right, and it was kind of almost like the was it Judge Dredd, when you find out that Sylvester Stallone, the bad guy, was his like brother
Rico.
Yeah, it was kind of like, you know, and it was like, oh, whoa, family tension, and that was kind of like this was. It was like, yeah, it was his wife, and that was Drago was his old partner. Oh,
yeah. So I mean, it's very hammy 90s type of a plot, but it still works for what it is. And you know, Roddy Piper did. I think that's the most emotional acting he's done as far as I've seen.
Right.
You know, I'm not. My collection isn't exactly clamoring with Roddy Piper titles,
but it should be.
Oh man. But yeah, that part was great for me. I did enjoy the chemistry. Yeah, and like you said, it's a shame that we didn't get more action between the two of them. I guess maybe it's because of the weight difference that it would kind of look ridiculous, but Drago was juiced up on alien STDs.
Right, yeah.
So he could have put up a decent enough fight where it was going to be more entertaining. But then also, like, a lot of people be like, oh, but he's, like, oozing now. So what if he gets onto Roddy Piper? So there's arguments, right?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely arguments that can
Don't punch him. You're going to mess up my makeup.
Or like, oh, what if you punch him and then you get an open wound and then one of the little alien babies crawls into you? See, we could have left a cliffhanger there.
Yep.
Right? But then Roddy Piper's going to be dead by the second one because they couldn't figure it out. like you know, when Roddy Piper goes to hug Kirby and then you see it in his eyes, like a little change in his iris. Boom. Now we have a trilogy on our hands.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So thank you guys for joining us. We are at our 50-minute mark, and this is where we typically do our review.
Yep.
So if this is the first time you guys are joining us, thank you. We welcome you always. But if like I said, if this is the first time, I need to find a better way to say this or to set this up. But we do our reviews in 4 sections. We have stream it, DVD it, Blu-ray it, and I know Colby's gonna want a Roddy Piper Ultimate Box Collection where it's in a kilt.
Oh my goodness.
But Colby, where are you gonna be at for this movie?
Yeah, I would definitely. Well, I'd say I already have They Live and Hell Comes to Frogtown, so the Ultimate Box Collection of those those two and this one would be overkill. But yeah, no, the DVD. I don't know if you get anything extra worth paying for a Blu-ray on this, but yeah, I'd definitely DVD this up and have it in my collection. Like add it to my my other 2 Roddy Piper movies.
Yeah, for me, DVD would be a funny thing. I could, like, if I ever wanted to show it to people, like, hey, do you guys want to save like 8 hours and watch 5 movies in one movie? But definitely it's funny, and I think to me it was kind of funny at moments where it's like, that's ridiculous, or that's funny, or that's a cool practical effects. It's definitely worth a watch, I think, if you're into sci-fi movies, and this definitely feels like it's like 5 different sci-fi movies in one.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so yeah, DVD pretty easy for me. But we want to thank you guys for joining us. Check out our show notes down below. We have where you guys can like check us out even more on our Facebook. We also have our Amazon affiliate links that will always help out the show. You're gonna shop anyway, might as well help us out.
Of course, Facebook's probably the easiest way to follow us and get a hold of us. If you want to send us any suggestions, likes and dislikes, and then of course, follow us on Facebook, and we always post all our new stuff up on there as soon as it comes out.
Yeah,
we try to do like our weekly releases. Yeah. That we've been on track for more than a year,
right? Yeah. This is, oh my gosh, are we going into our 2-year anniversary?
We are getting close to 2 years.
Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out who does our theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage, and it's on her album Music Per Podcast 3, and her Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.